Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the academic procession which is about to enter the hall, and please remain standing for the Australian National Anthem. You are encouraged to join in the words of the anthem, which are printed on page 3 of your graduation program. Please rise for the academic procession.
I, Robert Murray Hill, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, declare this congregation to be in session. Distinguished guests, parents, relatives, friends and especially graduates, welcome to the University of Adelaide's graduation ceremony. I wish to acknowledge the Kaurna people, the original custodians of the Adelaide Plains and the land on which the University of Adelaide's campuses at North Terrace, Waite, Theberton and Roseworthy are built. Graduates, your graduation is an event in which you and your family and friends can take great pride. It's also a source of pride and satisfaction for the University of Adelaide. Graduation Day is an opportunity for you to reflect both on the past and on the future. This may well be a very significant change in direction in your life. Whatever directions your life may take, the skills that you've acquired and developed here will stand you in good stead, not only in your working and professional life, but in life generally. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce to you today's graduation speaker, South Australia's Director of Public Prosecutions, Mr. Adam Kimber, SC. Adam Kimber was appointed as South Australia's Director of Public Prosecutions in April 2012. He leads an office of some 140 legal and administrative staff, 2 deputy directors and a chief Crown prosecutor reporting to him. Pleased to say he graduated from the University of Adelaide with a Bachelor of Law degree with honours, and in 1993 was admitted as a barrister and solicitor in the Supreme Court of South Australia. He worked as the Associate to Chief Justice Len King and then as a solicitor at Warman Solicitors. In 1995, he joined the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. He subsequently was promoted to legal managerial roles, working as a senior prosecutor and managing prosecutor before being appointed Deputy Director in 2008. Mr. Kimber is responsible for the provision of complex legal advice to the Attorney-General and the South Australian Police, as well as liaison with senior members of the judiciary, police and public servants within justice. As Director, he continues to appear in the Court of Criminal Appeal and to undertake major trial work. He maintains a connection with the University through the Adelaide University Cricket Club. He is the club's president, having played the club for many years. We're privileged to hear him speak today. Please welcome Mr. Adam Kimber.
Chancellor Hill, Vice-Chancellor and President, distinguished guests, members of staff, and most importantly, the graduates. Being asked to speak on an occasion such as this has made me reflect upon my own graduation ceremony about 20 years ago. Certainly, it would never have occurred to me then that I would be invited to speak on a day such as this. I was a modest student, a student far more interested in sport than I was in study, and I was a modest sportsman. But being invited to speak here today has asked me to think and caused me to ask myself whether I really appreciated at the time the significance of my degrees. The simple answer is that I didn't, or at least I didn't completely. Looking back, I am certain that I never really took the time to stop and think about what I had achieved in my time as a student at this university. Obviously enough now, I know that the completion of my degrees provided me with the essential foundation for what has already been a very rewarding career in the law. As the Director of Public Prosecutions, I have the very great privilege of leading an office that is an important one in this state. It is an office that plays its role in making a positive contribution to the security and safety of South Australians. The office that I lead is a vital cog in the criminal justice system. I work with wonderful people and I genuinely enjoy my work every day. I could not say any of this had I not obtained the degrees that I did from this university. Of course, I knew none of this on the day of my graduation. I could never have known how it would turn out. And equally, you, our soon-to-be graduates, cannot know as you sit there now. But what is certain is that your degree or degrees will undoubtedly shape your future career, and you should see today as a very significant event in your life. It is an event that calls for celebration. So among the advice that I have for you all is to take the time to reflect and to congratulate yourselves today on what you have achieved. My guess is that it hasn't always been plain sailing. Most of you will have sought your degree because you want it to provide opportunities for you in the future. Your hard work at this university has provided you with the opportunity to pursue your chosen career. Take the time today to recognise the significance of this moment in your lives. But perhaps even more importantly, I would urge you to take the time to reflect a little on those who have helped you to reach this point today. For all of your talents, you have not reached here today on your own. Looking back to my own graduation, I cannot help but wonder if I really took the time to thank those who helped me to complete my degrees. There will be people in your lives, in this room and in other places, without whom you would have not have reached this point. Take the time to acknowledge to yourselves who they are, and if they are available to you today, thank them. So as someone who sat here 20 years ago, what other advice might I give? All advice that I give has to be qualified. At least one very important qualification is you are all different. You have studied different degrees. Each of you is a different person. You have different values, goals, and ambitions. Those differences are a very good thing. Differences are stimulating and they are challenging. One of the many great things about a university is that it brings you into contact with people from different backgrounds and with different points of view about all manner of things. The university campus, like this country, is a multicultural place, and that, of course, is a wonderful thing. As someone who has been privileged to go to a university, my own view is that you have a responsibility to promote the value of diversity. I say this because it is out of differences, the differences that people confront, that people then explore differences and ideas that are not their own. And it is then out of this exchange of ideas that better ideas and solutions are found. Embrace those differences. Do not shy away from them. Be prepared to look at different ways of doing things. But as you are all different, the advice for you needs to be different. And so can I give you finally some other well-meaning advice. The degree conveyed upon you today is of course just the beginning. As I have already said, it is a significant achievement of which you should be proud. But the real challenge is to do something with it. For those of you who are using your degree or degrees as a springboard to your first or perhaps to a new career, my advice is to chase the career and the job that you think will stimulate you the most. Do not go after the job that you think that will necessarily bring you the greatest remuneration or the greatest profile. There is, of course, nothing wrong with personal success. I hope that all of you achieve the success in your career that makes you happy. But to do that, you have to chase the career that will interest you the most. My own experience is that the other things will fall into place if you do that. Further, and I'm sure that none of you will fall for this trap, do not think that you know it all. You know something about your field, otherwise you would not be here today. But like all of us, you have much more to learn. I advise you to keep an open mind about how much more there is to know. The learning that you do might be further study. It might just be what you learn through your chosen career and from the people with whom you have contact. As I have suggested, listen to those who have different views to your own. You will learn much more by giving thought to the views of others. What is certain about the future is that you will continue to learn. Then one day, if that day has not already arrived, you will know things that you can pass on to others with whom you work and with whom you have contact in your lives. There is nothing more rewarding than being able to help others with whom you work and other people with whom you have contact. You will only be able to do this if you are generous with your time and with your knowledge. The reward for you will be in the assistance that makes to your career and to the lives of others. By embracing the opportunity to help others, you will add to the satisfaction that you feel about your own career. Congratulations. You should be very proud of yourselves, and I wish you every success in the future.
On behalf of the graduands and their families attending this afternoon's ceremony, I would like to thank Mr. Adam Kimber for his stimulating and inspiring address. We are honoured that you have taken the time to join us on this special day to share with us your thoughts and experiences. Your words of encouragement and advice are greatly appreciated. They remind us that education places upon each of us an enduring responsibility to make the best possible use of our talents and to contribute to the betterment of society in whatever way we can. Please join me in once again thanking Mr. Adam Kimber.
Chancellor, every year the University presents university medals to acknowledge the most outstanding graduates in each faculty who have completed an undergraduate honours program or a bachelor's program of at least 4 years' duration. The university medals are awarded to them for consistent outstanding performance across the whole of their undergraduate studies. I, Professor Warren Bebbington, Vice-Chancellor and President of the University of Adelaide, present to you the winner of the 2012 University Medal from the Faculty of Professions, Alexandra Catherine Veruda. Chancellor, I, Professor Warren Bebbington, Vice-Chancellor and President of the University of Adelaide, certify to you and the whole university that the graduates who will be presented to you have all fulfilled the conditions prescribed for admission to the award for which they are so presented.
I, Robert Murray Hill, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, by virtue of the power committed to me by the University, confirm that each graduate is admitted to the rank and privileges of a holder of the award in the University of Adelaide for which they are so presented.
I would ask you to please observe the university practice regarding applause for candidates for awards. For those receiving doctorates, you are invited to applaud each candidate as the Chancellor greets them. For the other awards, please reserve your applause for individual candidates until after the last candidate for a particular award has been presented. We will, of course, understand if enthusiasm should overwhelm you. Chancellor, I, George Zalanti, Head of the School of Architecture, Landscape Architecture and Urban Design, present to you graduates from the School of Architecture, Landscape Architecture and Urban Design. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled Utilising Online Social Networking Tools for First and Final Design Education, Joshua Andrew Reid McCarthy. To the degree of Master of Architecture, Michelle Yiyun Lee, William James Morris, Tweetan An Nguyen. To the degree of Landscape Architecture, Susanna Quinton, To the degree of Master of Planning Urban Design, Eleanor Amy Freeman, Lynn Guo and Pimpercorn in Vasa. To the degree of Master of Design in Digital Media, Bo Wei Chen. To the... Yep.
Susanna Quinton is still standing there because they went across too quickly.
Which one?
Susanna Quinton.
Okay, did we miss?
Quinton.
Okay. To the degree of Master of Landscape Architecture, Susanna Quinton.
Just let me check them.
To the Graduate Diploma in Design Studies, Landscape, Andrew Philip James Burley. To the degree of Bachelor of Design Studies, Amanda Kate Abraham. Nicole Fogg. Jacob Lee. Wong Peng, Alice McLeish Wilkinson, and Chen Wu. Which one's this? That's it? Thank you.
Chancellor, I, Janice Loftus, Associate Professor Accounting, present to you graduates from the Business School. To the degree of Master of Accounting, Ye Fu. To the degree of Master of Accounting and Finance, Tarana Arianfa. Zhao Yu Bai. Zhu Bai. Yu Bai. Jing Chen. Liang Chen. Zhao Hui Che. Fang Du. Jian Du. Zhao Zhao Han. Ying Han. Editha Hasiani. Trey Trey He. Jing He. Shan Jing He. Jian Huang. Da Mon Jia. Jia Jia An. Meng Jin. Lu Zhu. Se Ching Lai. Yu Lan. Si Wen Lai. Jan Min Li. Man Li. Wen Li. Yan Ning Li. Yasi Li. Jing Lu. Yang Lu. Yu Lu. Zhou Feng Lu. Bai Ni Lu, Zhao Zhao Ma, Jin Dan Mao, Shan Kao Ni, Mei Ying Peng, Hao Wang, Kai Shen Wang, Xin Yao Wang, Yi Queen Wu, Yao Zhao, Ya Jingxing, Mei Shi, Xuan Yu Zhu, Su Ya Yu, Dylan John, Lin John, Zhu Lin John, Kek Xuan Zhao, Kun Zhao, Xiao Qing Zheng, and Chao Zhu. To the degree of Master of Accounting and Marketing, Ren Bin Kai, Yi Kai, Hengzhu Kao, Yang Kao, Dushan Hashana Fernando, Rutong Go, Li Wen Hu, Lan Lan, Chin Ying Lin, Chun Fai Lu, Jan Chun Pong, Yan Ling Ku, Si Yuan Wu, Hung Yu John, and Su John. To the degree of Master of Accounting and Performance Management, Sun Nan John, Yu Sun, to the degree of Master of Applied Finance, Yi An, Bao Chen, Zhao Ming Chen, Meng Li Feng, Ji Mai Gong, Jun Go, Ning Chi Li, Xiao Jing Li, Lian Long Lu, Fei Ru Pu, Carlos Eduardo Sandria Gerora. Bin Shao. Yi Lei Wang. Chao Yang. Bing John. To the degree of Master of Commerce Accounting, Kei Ying Chen, Scott J. Hosking, Lai Pik Sin, Jia Yi Wong, Boren Wu, Jun Ying Wu, Ying John, and Ying Shi Zhao. To the degree of Master of Commerce, Applied Finance, Yu Kao, Du Nok Hung, Hao Tam Hun, John Jun Kong, Li Zizi, Jia Ning Wang, Roxy Wang, Ying Zhu, Lu Zhu, and Nanan Zhao. To the degree of Master of Finance and Business Economics, Anderson Kong Wei Yuan, Wen Min, Neo Sun Oik, Lin Sok, To Pi Meng, Yuan Chun San, Vigga Gebrand Voss, and G.C. Wu. To the Master of Professional Accounting, Hao Tian Bai, Zhe Bin Gu, Ling Ling Guan, Kong Shan Go, Oi Quan Lam, Guan Li, Ling Lu, Sivasanka Pasupathy, Lan Wang, Zhou Ken Yan, and Bihao Yu. To the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Jordan Louis Bradshaw, Tully Tobias Challen, Mark Anthony Ferrer, Pong Gao, Jeffrey George Warner Jackson, Jason McIntyre James, Xingchen Li, Yongxi Liang, Jin Tong Lu, Shan Lu, Si Chi Lu, Dong Cheng Lu, Duc Man Yun, Kon Kan Nun Fung, Ji Sun, Angus Lachlan Thornton. Angus also receives a Bachelor of Economics. Ji Quan Wong, Wai Hong Wong, Di Wu, Hao Wu, Yung Quan Wu, Zhongqian Zi, and Hongdong Zhao. To the degree of Bachelor of Finance International, Yu Tian, Kim Wu, and Shuang Wu.
Chancellor, I, Mandar Oak, the head of the School of Economics, present to you the graduates from the School of Economics. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy for a thesis entitled Distortions to Agricultural Markets, Trends and Fluctuations, 1955 to 2010, Zigna Nelgen. For a thesis entitled Economics and Political Economy of Trade Interventions in Response to Commodity Price Spikes, Thenakun Mudiana Selage Jayanti Upamalika. To the degree of Master of Applied Economics, Wukun Yan. Wukun also receives the Professional Certificate in International Trade. To the degree of Master of Applied Economics International, Tate William Carmody. Felix Fernando Vanata. Hang Xuan Lin. Chan Tong Nia. To the Graduate Certificate in Economics, Angela Nyambura Chikaga. Muniyama Gounder. Rufina Justine Milamo. Mohammad Abdul Aziz. Tolulop Tokunyori Oladele. May Munatu Abbas Tanko. And Matthew James Vincent. To the honors degree of Bachelor of Economics, Graham James Chadwick. And University medalist Alexandra Catherine Veroda. To the degree of Bachelor of Economics, Eliza Jean Bott. Hugh Wai Chung, Tong Tian Lee, Helen Nguyen, Thomas Peter Pagliaro, Cale Jonathan Ryan, Harry Chester Whitting, Patrick Joseph Tieking, and Yulun Zhang. To the degree of Bachelor of Economics, International Agricultural Business, William Robert Burgess.
Chancellor, I, Tanya Aspland, Head of School of Education, present to you graduates from the School of Education. To the degree of Doctor of Education, for a thesis entitled The Uncritical School Teacher, 3 lessons about teacher engagement with marginalised students in neoliberal times, Andrew Maynard Bills. To the degree of Master of Education, Santosh Jaya Mahan. To the degree of Master of Educational Studies, Alison Elizabeth Besselar. Well done. Devi Sokalingam. To the degree of Graduate Diploma in Education, Xiao Piao Liu. Shuo Shuo Wang Wong. To the Graduate Certificate in Education, Tomoko Kugahara. To the Graduate Certificate in Higher Education, Robin Davidson. Well done. To the degree of Bachelor of Teaching, Erin Bellin Mansford. Here she comes. Okay. Yeah. To the degree Graduate Certificate in Education, Higher Education, Adele Manderfeeks. Sorry, Adele. To the degree of Bachelor of Teaching, Stacey Marie Simons. And Kathy Truong. Kathy also receives the Bachelor of Arts.
Chancellor, I, David Brown, Deputy Dean of the Adelaide Law School, have pleasure in presenting to you the graduates from the Law School. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled Employment Law Initiatives, Work, Care and Diversity, Anna Louise Margaret Chapman. And for a thesis entitled A Proposal for Harmonisation of Security Payment Legislation in the Australian Building and Construction Industry, Jeremy Keith Coggins. To the degree of Master of Business Law, Karen Jan Gross. To the degree of Master of Business Law and Master of Commerce Marketing, Han Jiang. To the degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours, James Peter Agnes. Mark Stephen Allen, Laura Caroline Anderson, Eloise Archer, Joshua Nicholas Bell, Anna Marie Ullman, Sophie Keong Jin Kulderbank, Adeline Yin Mei Jia, Alexandra Golat, Oliver Rupert Heberman, Tyson Rankin Grant Craft, Carl Eric Joseph Marshall, Lauren Amise Sikadik Modra, Philip Christian Nig, Joel Stewart Parsons, Vanessa Ann Perry, Jacob Allen Redden. Jacob also receives the Bachelor of International Studies. Alexandra Theodora Richardson. Alexandra also receives the Bachelor of International Studies and the Diploma in Languages. Amanda Kim Schubert. David Stephen Thomas, and David also receives the Bachelor of International Studies. And Ryan Thomas van Schulenberg. To the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Christopher Andrew Brannan. Caitlin Mi Bin Chiem. Andrew Gregory Christopher. Thomas Hamish Cuthbertson. Simon Edward Holding. Mark. No. Hoda Camley. Gina Kirkhoven. Ross William Colleget. Antonia Oitung Lee. Benjamin Markowski. Thomas James Anthony Middleton. Stephen Adrian Noikos. Simon Louis Palombi. Alexander Julio Panasakis. And, last but not least, Lucy Jane Peters.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the mace bearer, the musicians and singer, and all staff and student volunteers who assisted in the organisation and running of the ceremony. I invite you all to light refreshments in the Eclipse function room on level 4 of the Union building on the lower level of the campus. There's signage to direct you to Hub Central, where photographers, framing and other merchandise will be available. I have great pleasure in congratulating all the new graduates here today. As graduates of the University of Adelaide, you are also its alumni and ambassadors for the university. Over the years since the University of Adelaide was established, its alumni have made an enormous contribution to the community, both here and throughout the world. You have a stake in this great institution because the qualifications it has given you and your experiences while here are yours for life. Your knowledge, friendship, active participation and interest in the university's ongoing development are very important to its continuing reputation and strength. I invite you to stay in contact with us via the online community, Adelaide Online, and you'll receive login details and a membership card over the next month. I now ask the new graduates to remain seated and the audience to stand and join me in congratulating the graduates on their achievements. Will the audience remain standing and the graduates now please stand for the academic procession followed by the VIP guests and graduates, and I now declare this congregation to be adjourned.